Hi there, I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com, and this is my Smart American Accent training. Welcome to our Word of the Day series, where each day I cover a word that you've requested, help you to pronounce it correctly in American English, tell you what accent error patterns to watch out for, and give you resources to improve your overall American English pronunciation. Thank you so much to those of you who've made requests and suggestions for this series. I have a wonderful list of words, and your requests help not only you, but the other viewers as well, because many of these words are challenging for many people. Often it's because of the sounds in the word, the combinations of sounds, or sometimes the spelling of these words makes it complicated. So there's accent patterns that come from your native language, as well as ones that come from how English is spelled, which is honestly quite terrible to understand and pronounce correctly. Today's request was for the word male, and the user was requesting mail as relates to the U.S. mail or the post office, and we're going to talk about that type of mail as well as the word male, the one that describes gender. We're also going to talk about female and email as long as we're on the topic. So we have 4 words today, and what I'd like to talk about for the word male is that here's a prime example of spelling versus sounds. So both of these words are spelled differently, but they both have the exact same pronunciation and the same sounds. What to watch out for in the word male is that we have the tense a diphthong. So in American English, a is 2 sounds. I move from the tense central a to the more lax and higher I sound. A. For most people, just thinking of it as the A sound and making sure you hold it long enough, you'll be pronouncing it correctly. The accent error I will often hear on this vowel, this A sound, is that you'll just do the A portion, which sounds more like eh. It doesn't move and it's not long. And Americans will hear that to sound more like eh, and so you might be saying male, and they would hear it sounding more like mel, which for whatever reason, we don't have this sound by itself in American English, which is why our brain would hear it more as the eh, as in red tent. So we want to avoid that pattern. Typically holding the A longer is going to help you. Then when it comes to the sound, the word male, we also have the final L sound. And this L in male at the end of the word is a dark L. So we'll talk about dark L to help you with that as well. I also want to point out that we have the 3 different ways we typically spell the A diphthong. That's with AI, A plus E. So E at the end of the word makes the A say its name, or AY, and that's in words like day or today or say. That's how we usually know that we have this A vowel. In the dictionary, you'll see it as these 2 symbols. So if I think about may, that's going to help me get the vowel correct. And then I have to add the L, but I don't go right into the L, male. I don't use a light front L. I have to do kind of a schwa or an sound before my L, and that will give me the dark L. So the back of my tongue stays down in the central position, maya, and then the front of my tongue will lift to finish the L, male. I intentionally write this way with this Y sound because even though in the IPA in the dictionary, you're just going to see the M, the diphthong A, and the L, you actually also have, if I were to write out slowly, I might actually have A and then a Y sound, a schwa sound, and an L sound, male. When I go quickly, I'm not necessarily saying male with all those sounds. That's what the sounds that come out when I connect those 2 vowels, male. So that's true for both of those words, male and male. Then to make the word email, all I need to do is add an E before my male, email. That's the tense E sound. And the stress in email is on the E, although male still holds its clear vowel, so it has secondary stress. And then female, even though I have this type of spelling for it, I just, again, have an F, then my tense E, and then my same male, female. And I have first syllable stress on female. So once I can say male, male, email, and female easily by themselves, I understand the vowel sounds. I've got my dark L, I got my diphthong A. I want to start trying to practice them in some words and phrases so that when I go to speak, they come out naturally and correctly with the American pronunciation. So let's do some examples. I checked the mail. There's no mail today because it's Sunday. The male dog is aggressive. I rely on email for communication. The female dog is more passive. That's probably not necessarily true. Male and female are two genders. Male and email are two modes of communication. Okay, so thank you so much for the request for the word male. And I took it a little further to talk about some of these other topics. For those of you who are members, I want to remind you that we have our first members-only question and answer class, and that'll be starting in a little less than 10 minutes. I'm very excited for these new perks for members. We have some additional videos to follow up from our Word of the Day videos and from our classes, and we'll be hosting some small group classes for members only. If you're not yet a member and you're interested in checking that out, go to the channel page, Speech Modification Seattle, and click on the Join button. You can see some of the perks and options that are available to our members. Thanks so much for being part of our Word of the Day classes. I'll be back again tomorrow with another Word of the Day, and on Friday with our free question and answer class that's open to everyone, not just members. I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com. Remember, if you want to sound American, you can do it. speechmodification.com. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.